Alright guys, it's day 2 of my, well it's actually I guess technically day 3. We had day 2 with Parker and I, or day 1 at Parker and I on New Year's Eve, and then I went and scouted another piece of cabin here in Indiana, and then now I am out at a new piece of public that I kind of found on this map, It looked like it's far enough away from people. It's about, I think, 500 or 700 acres, and there's another piece on top of it. But it's a little bit farther. It looks a little bit more remote, and I'm kind of thinking it might be a little bit better than what we scouted before, because there's no hiking trails or anything here. So, we're going to see what we can find. Maybe find some sheds, and then hopefully find a bunch of deer signs. So, stay tuned. Just kind of making a couple days of trips for one video. So, let's see what we find. Well, folks, there's my first sign. I'm actually following this trail. Look how thick it is up here. I came all the way from over there. I'm about a half mile in. Finally got to this knob where it loops around these two bowls here. I saw a scrape, or a rub, a small little rub over there. Then I just cut this trail. I was like, that looks like a deer trail. And there's that deer poop. I'm gonna keep following it and see. But man, I haven't found any trash. No stands yet. It seems like nobody is hunting this property, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I feel like I just gotta get a little farther in, and I might get into the jackpot, but it is thick. I can't believe how thick it is. There's briars everywhere. It'd be impossible almost to get in, but we're gonna see what we can find in here. Look at this, guys. I just found it. I was wanting to find a trail. You can tell. Look at it. Oh, that's not human tracks. That's from the snow. Heck yeah. We're gonna follow this through and just see where we go. Big trail. Look at that monster trail. Sorry. More deer poop. This trail isn't as easy to find without the snow, but I followed that trail from the top of that ridge, and then actually there is a logging road there. I had no idea about. Then it came down. It looks like it funnels down into here. Looks like it's gonna wrap around here, and that there are private fields with crops a couple ridges over. So I'm thinking this might be where they bed and then go that way. So we're gonna see if we can. But you can tell, thick again. These trails are going kind of on the edges of the really, really thick stuff. I think this is my first rub of the scout. Going right up this steep hill here to this trail, following this trail. Looks like a rub to me. First stand. Right on the private property border. It might be on the private property. Okay, so hiked about almost a mile and a little over a mile and a half. Originally thought, in the beginning I was like, man, this is awesome. There's no sign of people, which there still isn't. But now, I've been finding these big logging trails that don't even show up on the map. And, and I just came to this one, because this one has private property with, what it shows as, soybean fields. And, there's a stand right there, like an old school stand. It looks like it's on the public. I don't know if it's usable. It looks actually still usable. But anyway, I've been walking forever. Sorry, trying to get this camera. And still haven't really found buck sign. I found a couple scrapes. I found a couple good trails, but the logging roads are kind of throwing me off. I didn't think there was anything like this. They're serious. So I'm going to take this one all the way back here. I'm going to try to scout this back section, the farthest section, and see if buck sign shows up, because if I don't find any buck sign, I don't think it's as good as I thought it was. But it seems like it's pretty remote back here, and steep and thick, but I just haven't found any buck sign. So, and I found a few trails, but not as many as I thought I would. So I'll get back with you when I get way back in here and see if we can get lucky and find something. Well, folks, I just got back in here off that logger. I was kind of following this trail right here. Pretty subtle trail, but trails. I mean, at least 6 plus, at least, all running through there. So definitely gonna go check that area out over there and see what we find. But we're fine. This is like the big chunk that you have to come in almost my way unless you get private land access to access this part. So I'm thinking I'm finally gonna maybe get into some buck sign here and check this out. But I might keep going here first and see, and then loop around and come into there on my way back. But good sign, finally, some deer action. I mean, a bunch of deer, a whole bunch of deer. Finally found my first scrape. I had to clear some leaves, but I could tell. You see how this tree's right here. There's actually a trail. This trail right here going through that way. Seems like I finally got into deer sign. Where I found all those deer was over there. I'm kind of on the other side of this drainage. Just seeing, but there's trails coming all through here. Found some cedars, but I think I finally found my first scrape. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but first one. So we're gonna move up. I'm gonna leave that. I kind of want to go up this other side and see if there's any other sign up here and see what we get to up there. But it seems like there's definitely deer trails coming through here after crossing that creek bottom and these drainages. So I might have finally got into the deer. I want to show you guys how I'm finding these trails. It might be kind of hard to see in the camera, but you kind of see how like the crown's more tore up in these sections. That's how I'm finding it. These aren't very defined trails, but you could kind of see where it's really kicked up and where the deer's feet sank down when it was really warm and wet, which we always have warm and wet falls, so you can really see it. And right there, I think is a nice little scrape tree. Not a big scrape, but you can kind of tell how hard they're running this ridge. I've been walking this trail this whole time, and I keep following it all the way out here, hopefully to this big point. I don't know if it's really that big, but I'll point up here and see what we got. But still haven't found the buck sign I was hoping for, unfortunately. Another wooden stand. Looks kind of old though. I don't know if it's really being used that much, but not finding what I thought I'd find back here. Dang it. Finally, folks, found a beech tree, which at our property they hit. Finally got a decent scrape. I knew there'd be one on this hillside. It's really thick from there. I found a pond up there. Small pond. Now the only downside is these damn logging roads right here. But it's pretty thick. This is the thickest I've ever seen it here. And I knew it. I looked over, I said, that's gotta be a scrape tree. Looks like they come right through. You can tell how thick it is. I'm gonna go scout this whole little ridge here and see if I can find more. It looks like this tree right here might have one, but I feel pretty good about that one. We're so far back in here too, so I highly doubt it. But if that's a rub, this is right where I spooked those deer off of. That's insane. Been following the trails right through here. I haven't seen anything else yet. Still no scrapes. Maybe these bucks don't really scrape here, but I can't highly doubt it. But man, it looks like it's kind of rubbed up. Well, folks, I'm working out here. I just found a nice scrape on this ridge, and then I walk up to this, the actual first ladder stand. So, I don't know. It's starting to make me think there's actually more going on here with other people than I thought. Well, I made it back to the truck. Yeah, so folks, kind of bumming. I was actually very excited about this property. And, not at all what I was looking for. I mean, at least from the beginning. I mean, I don't know, it could still be good. But it didn't have any of the rubs and stuff I was hoping for that I thought I might find a big area for. Found a few, but there are some trails. There's a bunch of logging trails that aren't marked on the map, so it sounds like people can actually get in there a lot easier than I assumed they could. So, I don't know. I haven't read it off yet because I found some good trails and stuff back there, but we'll see. We'll see. There's another side of this one I want to go check out now and see if it's kind of the same thing. It's right on the other side of this. It kind of almost connects, but there's a piece of private in between the spots. And there's another one near here I want to check out too. And just check those out, see if they kind of produce the same thing. If they do, I'll just write them off and move on to the next ones. But Thanks for watching. Sorry I don't have a lot to show you on this one, but hopefully the next couple skyline trips I'll put another video together and show you some more, and hopefully we'll eventually get on them. Thanks for watching.